Hello, everyone. Peace of Christ to all. Uh, Today, we are going to speak about how to understand the nature of Muslims. I mean, Muslims, they have different nature from us. It doesn't matter really what you say. Like we say, all of us, we are a human. All of us, we are blah, blah, blah. Muslims, they see things differently from the way we see it. And all the propaganda you hear about Islam and Muslims can appear for you to be false if you speak Arabic for 5 minutes. And today I'm going to share with you an example how your leaders like Obama, uh, Prime Minister of England, Prime Minister of France, President of France, Germany, you name it, how they fool you when they speak about Muslims like, they are people like us, and you know what, those people, they are people, they are human like us, and they love everybody, and why we should take a refugee and why we should help them and why etc. Do Muslims look at you the same way you look at them? Do Muslims believe in justice, the one you believe in? Do Muslims believe killing a child a murder? Today we are going to discuss this, and you watch and you be the judge. Now today this is the news. Actually, I should do this from long time because this is something, it's not something new, it's happening every day. Today the news saying that a Palestinian, and if in fact I refuse this word, those are not Palestinians. There's no Palestinian Muslims. Palestinian are the original people who used to live there, beside in the land. Like if you remember, when Umar al-Khattab he attacked Jerusalem, he attacked all this territory, not only Jerusalem. And there was a Christians who they are native Christians. Those are the Palestinians, if we can call them, even though Palestinian. I believe mostly they are Aramaic. However, today people they call the Muslims Palestinians. Sadly, the Muslims they hijack your country. So tomorrow Germany will be hijacked by the refugee, and then they will call the Muslim German when they just came yesterday from the Middle East. Anyway, things happen, right? Yeah, thanks to the intelligence of the leaders of this stupid West. Palestinian man stabs and kills 13 years old Israeli girl asleep in her West Bank home. Now, for sure, all of you will condemn and you will say this is disgusting, filthy, etc. Well, this is not the case for the Muslims. You see, when Muslims they speak in English in newspaper or English website or English agency, as an example, Al Jazeera TV. Al Jazeera TV. In Al Jazeera TV, when they present for you the news in English, it's different from presenting the news in Arabic. This is the same story about killing this child. Look what the title says. Istishhad. What? Istishhad. Istishhad is coming from the word shaheed, a murder. This guy who killed, and actually here they are reporting second one, supposedly both of them they are heroes for Allah. They attack another Israeli just supposedly maybe 15 minutes ago. So now there is two murders, including the murder of the 13 years old child in her home when she is asleep. But yet for Al Jazeera TV, they say those are murder. If you don't believe me, I'm going to take it, copy it, take it to Google Translation in the front of your eyes to see what is the translation saying. Actually, the translation is not coming correctly. It says the second Palestinian killed. It doesn't say that. Stashhada does not mean killed. Stashhada mean murder. It's a murder for Allah. And you know what? I'm going to go to a dictionary and I will show you the meaning of istashhada. Even though it's going to take us like a little bit more a minute, it doesn't hurt, right? Just to prove the point. Now, shaheed coming from the word witnessing, so he's witnessing for Allah. All right. Let us see. This is an Islamic dictionary in the front of your eyes. Istishhadi, istishhad, they are giving you all the cases. All right. Now, be a martyr. Do you see it? Died for religious belief and objectives. So when a Muslim he killed non-Muslim, he is dying for religious belief and objective. He's not killed only, he's killed, yes, but he died for the sake of religious belief. So when this Muslim he killed the 13 years old child, for the Muslims he is a murderer. He died for the sake of religious belief. He's not dying for the sake of the land as they lie to us. This is what the word istashhada mean. It is a very religious term, and anyone who die for the sake of Allah, he is a murderer, and he is not dying for the sake of a land. Many idiots, they think that the problem between between two brackets, they call them Palestinian, as I said, they are not, the Muslims and the Israeli, they think that the problem is the land. Absolutely, this is false. The problem is a religious belief. You see, those people, they were occupied by Erdogan nation for hundreds of years. They never complained. The Albanian, they were controlling Egypt for more than 1,000 years. They never complained. The second non-Muslims get in, right away, they have to kill you. So when the Ottoman occupy all those countries, who they are supposedly Arab countries, none of the Muslims complain. He's a Muslim. It's not the land, it's a religious belief. So for them, they have no problem if Saddam Hussein come and occupy Jerusalem, for he is a Muslim. Actually, Salahuddin, which every Muslim is so proud about, is not from there. He is a Kurdish guy coming all the way from the north of Iraq, which is supposedly part of Turkey now. So how come Salahuddin is a hero? He's a Muslim. Will he occupy their land? No, he's not. He's a Muslim. Right? So here I want to show, and I hope people, they can help us to make a campaign against the filthy country. It's called Qatar, because Qatar is #1 country who spread terrorism, and they are #1 sponsor for Hamas. How come nobody question and take them to court? How come nobody sue them and take them to court? Because those people, obviously, they are teaching terrorism. They are, they speak about ISIS. ISIS is the one spreading terrorism. This is a big fat lie. Look at this. When you say, when somebody kill a child, she is 13 years old, you say he is a murderer. Aren't you spreading terrorism? And actually, Qatar paying anyone who is going to be killed for the sake of Allah a lot of money. Some they say $20,000, some they say $50,000. I'm not sure. Anyone, the Israeli, they will punish him for he is murdering somebody. Whatever damage happened to him, the country of Qatar will pay. And the irony that the filthy Netanyahu, he have a good relationship with Qatar. So they sacrifice the blood of their own people just for political correctness and to be like, we have relationship with an Arabian country. For what purpose? I have no idea. you will see here how USA always is speaking about Hezbollah. Hezbollah is a terrorist organization, right? But the news of Hezbollah is no different from the news of Qatar. Both of them, they say this is a murder. Both of them, they say he is a shaheed. If you read the news with me, this is the news of Hezbollah, and this is the TV of Hezbollah. They are saying that a Zionist girl, she was stabbed, and another Jew was killed by firearm, and both are done by a young Palestinian man. His name is Muhammad Tarira. Before he was murdered, so he's a murderer. So this guy, he is the one who killed two people. Well, like one of them is dead already. We don't know about the second one. The second one, he's, he fired at him. The first one is a child. She is 13 years old, sleeping in her bed. He murdered her, and he is called murder. So how come we say that Hezbollah is a terrorist organization, they sponsor terror, but we don't say Qatar is a terrorist country who sponsors terror, which is more dangerous? And by the way, this is the case if you go all over newspapers in the Middle East, all of them, they will consider this man who killed a child, Israeli child, a hero. A hero for Allah, not just a hero. A murderer. So here we see the hypocrisy of the West. They don't say things as it is, and nobody dare to say, just because you have money. If Hezbollah is very rich, trust me, they will not attack Hezbollah. They will say Hezbollah is a good party, they are very nice people, and they are not terrorists. And even you will see Cameron and Obama, and all of them, they will give them hugs. It's about money. When Qatar do that, who is going to question Qatar for saying such a thing? Now, if we go to Al Jazeera TV, English, are we going to find a murder? Like, are we going to find in the news they are saying somebody he was a hero for Allah who killed a child? They will never say that. There is no such a thing. They will say a Palestinian was killed after stabbing an Israeli girl. That's it. The murder word will disappear. And just yesterday, 2 days ago, I made a video about the BBC, how they are trying to spread hate, BBC Arabic, against the Hindus. So they publish a news saying Hindus, they force two Muslims to eat the dirt of the cow for they are killing cows. But if you go in English, you will not see the news. And if you find it, you will find it reported in a different way. The way it's reported in Arabic, it make it ugly and disgusting and will make you hate the Hindus. Those people, they are trying to kiss the foot of those Muslims in every way, in every mean. It doesn't matter how they do it. Now I want to see where is the news about Israel here, and where it says that there is a Palestinian was a murder for the sake of Allah. I don't see it. Let us see. Economy International. Let us see international. I'm trying to find it. Yeah, look how much they are worried about the human in Syria, when the fact Qatar is #1 reason for the destruction of Syria, and all the money and all the weapon, Al-Qaeda and all those Muslims, they call themselves Mujahideen, is coming from Qatar and Saudi Arabia. Yeah, a human in Syria. They are so worried about a human in Syria. Until now, I don't see the news. It's like not important. in the Al Jazeera Arabic, it's in the top of the line right away there. You know, the murderer who killed two Israeli. One of them is a child. I cannot find it. It's not even important. Nothing. I will type Israel. Maybe that will help. Israeli Jazeera conflict. No, this is not the news. Okay. Well, anyway, even in English, even the news, all of it, it's against Israel. The whole point of this video is to show you that when the Muslims killed a child of yours, all of them agree, all of them, that he is a murderer. You know, you will not believe it if I say to you that even this child is an American. I want to see what Obama will do. This 13 years old girl, she is an American girl. Maybe she is with her dad there for a business or studying or school, we don't know. She is an American girl. I want to see what America will do. I want to see what America will do to Qatar, to say to them, how you call a murder for 13 years old American girl, you call the murderer a hero for the sake of Allah, a murderer for the sake of Allah. I want to see Obama bring in the filthy ambassador of Qatar and question him about that. Or you know what, putting sanction on Qatar. Do he dare? This guy is getting his salary from there. Do you think Obama, his money is coming from the salary of the White House? Do you think Hillary Clinton, she have hundreds of millions of dollars of her salary as an employee for government? Do you think they are fighting over presidency for nothing, just to be a president, or because of the money will come with it? How come we don't see an American government taking action and says, how dare you to say killing one of our children's and calling the killer of our children a hero? Is that an act of terror? Isn't it, this is enough of proof that this is Qatar and those Saudi Arabia and those countries? Actually, if I show you all the news, all Islamic news, it says the same. Istishhad Palestini. A Palestinian was murdered for the sake of Allah. And I showed you from the dictionary what the word istishhad mean. To die for religious beliefs and objective. So if you are a lawyer, if you like to help us to do something, please do something. Contact your friends, see what we can do. This faith will not stop you. They want to fight ISIS. Those are ISIS. What ISIS? ISIS are born from there. Those, when they say ISIS to you, what ISIS is? This is the education they got in their newspaper. A murder for killing what? For killing 13 years old child. And yet they say to you, Islam is against killing of innocent people. So if Islam is against the killing of innocent people, how come you say that the one who killed 13 years old girl is a murderer? He killed her when she is asleep in her bedroom. Actually, there is more pictures. Let me see if I can get them. Because here I don't see the pictures of. Let me see if they have more pictures. Look at this. Look at this girl. Look at this girl, for God's sake, guys. Is that like will make you really so angry? Do you see the picture of the girl? Who in the world will have an excuse to kill such a young child like this? And when she is asleep? If there is any more yeah, look like they are going as a tourist. This is the family, this is the child with her parents. I want to see if they have a picture for her in the bedroom, because I saw pictures for the child in her bedroom. Let me see if I can find. It's hard to believe how evil this religion is, and how evil our leaders are to close their eyes. You know, they are so upset. Like, when you insult Islam, they get so upset, and voluntarily, all of them, they jump. Every day, Muslims are killing of us non-stop. Every day. And yet, you will see a filthy creature like Obama, or Cameron, or Miracle, or those who they are in charge of Europe and the West, they are defending Islam. Let us see if I can find more news about it. Here we go. This is her bedroom. He killed her inside her bedroom. Do you believe it? And this is not an Israeli girl, she is an American girl. This is her bedroom. The poor girl, she was sleeping in her bed when this animal, he came inside and he stabbed her to death. And I will not be surprised if he raped her first. For now, they are just saying that he stabbed her. How he got inside the house, we don't know. From the window, from the door, from etc. Those people, they think they are safe and secure. You are not safe and you are not secure when there is Muslims are around. And I challenge the Muslims to tell me why this guy is a murderer for killing a 13 years old child. They want to say to you, those are resisting the occupation. False. First of all, this is the land of the Jews. Even the Quran itself confirmed that. For those who do not know, the Quran, all of it, from the cover to the cover, never mentioned the word Palestine. For those who do not know, the Quran say and confirm that this is the land which Allah, He assigned to Moses and his nation and his people, specifically the Jews. And this is in the Quran. As you will see. Chapter 5, verse number 21. You can read it from a few verses before and a few verses after, and you will see that according to the Quran itself witness that Allah assigned the land of Israel to the Jews. Remember, Moses said to his people, "O my people, call in remembrance for the favor of Allah unto you." So what? Allah, He favored the Jews. This is the Quran saying that. And what Allah He did when He favored the Jews? Look, "O my people, enter the holy land which Allah has assigned into you." So even the Quran, the yellow pages of faith, confirm that this is the land of the Jews. And not even one time Allah He mentioned the word Palestine or Palestinian. And actually, according to this verse, Allah is asking the Israeli to go and kill the Palestinians, but the Jews in this case, in this story, they reject to go and kill them, for they are strong and we cannot do it. So they say to Moses, "O Moses, this is a land our people of exceeding strength. Never shall we enter it until they leave it." They say, "We will go if they leave." Allah get angry from them, and he punished them, and He made them lose their way in the desert for 40 years for refusing killing the Palestinians. According to the story of the Quran, not my story, as you see here. When they refused to go and kill the Palestinian, Allah said, "Therefore will the land be out of their reach for 40 years." And He made them lose their way in the desert. So even the yellow pages of the devil confirm that this is the land of Israel. So please help us in what we do, exposing this cult. This is a big war. For those who think it is just like, talk, this is a big war, bigger than what you think. It's going to affect you. It's affecting you already in your life, in everything you do. Already your taxes increased because of Islam. Do you know how much USA government spent for security? Who is going to pay for it? It's you. Already your lifestyle downgraded because of Islam. Because when they spend of security, which is nothing, like what is the benefit of security? Nothing. Do you manufacture something from security? No. Do security produce money? No. Security is a service, which means it's nothing. It just gives you safety. Because of Islam, you have to spend billions and billions of dollars, including going to war. Like they say to you, USA is bombing in Syria. USA is bombing in Iraq, USA, etc. But they will not tell you that somebody is paying for those bombs. When they kill those terrorists, who I agree with killing them all. This war is not for free, and you are paying for it. You will pay for every action the government do. Nothing for free. Our weapon is not coming from the sky, made by God and delivered to us for free. You pay for it. And this is the case for all countries. It doesn't matter how much India, a poor country, how much they spend for security to prevent Islamic attack. Philippines, Russia, China, you name it. All over the continents, wherever you go, Africa, like from all the way, wherever you go, Islamic terrorism is all over. Name for me one country in this earth does not suffer from this cult and this filth. So this is an international problem, and we should, all of us, work against it. If you live far away from this, if you think this is happening in Israel, you are very mistaken. Those people, they will target you. Actually, now I heard the news, they are saying Georgia, sadly, is becoming a very big base for the terrorist, the Muslim terrorist. Why? Georgia is a very poor country. Qatar and Saudi Arabia are buying a lot of lands, and they are designating them as a terrorist camps in the borders of Russia. The whole point is to bother Russia and to make security for Russia a problem. That's all. And the Georgian government are very weak and very poor. It's a very poor country. And they have no control of their land. The one who attacked the airport just yesterday, one is Russian, one from Tajikistan, and one from Kyrgyzstan. Three different countries. So Islam is an international terrorism organization. It is not local problem. This is why all of us, it doesn't matter which country you are from, you have to join the force to fight this disgusting disease which is called Islam. With this I say thank you, God bless, and don't forget to share and like our videos and sponsor what we do if you care. Thank you.